Hello, and welcome to The Joy of Bricking with me, your host, Brick Ross. Today's episode brings us to a galaxy far, far away, all of the way to the island of Ahch-To. Ahch-To is an island training facility used by Luke Skywalker in his journey of becoming the last Jedi Master in the galaxy. This is Lego Kit 75200. It is 241 pieces of pure intergalactic joy. Now this kit, while small, is indeed very mighty because it comes with three very neat minifigures. You've got the Elder Luke, you've got a fun young Porg, and then of course you've got the young Rey as she is beginning her training on the island as a young Jedi apprentice. Now, if you don't know, the island of Ahch-To is actually discovered by Luke as he was tracing the sources of the saplings that were originated from the great tree that used to sit in the middle of the Jedi temple in Coruscant, if you can remember. But then, unfortunately, as the Empire took over, the tree was removed, but pieces of it were taken to an elite secret Imperial base, and that's where Luke discovered some of those saplings. Some of the other saplings from that tree were given to Poe Dameron's parents, and they planted them near their home on the planet of Yavin 4, which leads me to wonder, did Poe Dameron might have played around in this tree, this force-sensitive tree, which might help explain his intuition when it comes to flying that X-Wing fighter jet that Luke Skywalker is also known to have great skill with. Now, what an interesting fact. And you could even take it perhaps one step further, and one could also hypothesize that Kiro Imwe's staff might have been made from that same force-sensitive sapling wood that originated all the way back to the great tree. Then that might explain his force sensitivity as well. Now, you think about that while we hop into this build. This is going to be so much fun. If this is your first time building along with us here at The Joy of Bricking, I want to welcome you and say thanks for tuning in and checking us out, and I hope you enjoy your build today, whatever you might be building. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and build this fun little kit. Now we're opening up this box together, so I haven't seen the instructions or anything, but again, this is 241 pieces. Got some fun minifigures there. You look around at the box and check out all these fun details they've got on the back. They've got Rey moving and lifting rocks, just like we saw in episode 8. We've got the interior of Luke's little hut, and it's so modest, it's so fun. And if you look over here, it looks like there's a third little training area. These all kind of join together to make that fun little hut. And it looks like the roof comes off, so you can even have greater access. And it looks like there's a little lever down here that'll cause this guy to drop. Now, how interesting is that? We've got our cool little safety shears. We're going to be very, very gentle and careful as we score away from ourselves these little tappy-tappy tools that they've got. I like to score them a few times because there's no real rush, and that's when you can make those happy little accidents. You don't want to have a little slip of the hand. And you know, Brick Ross, we've got these old hands, so we've got to move a little bit slower just for safety. How about that? Set these off to the side. Probably don't need them anymore. I'm expecting about 2 bags. There's bag number 2 right there. Here's our fun little manual. That's going to be fun right there. Looks like we got a couple stickers. And bag number 1. Bag number 1, we can put our box off to the side. And now that we've got our bags out, number 2 off to the side. Let's go ahead and grab some of Mrs. Ross's dishes, because those are always good to have. And then we can take a look inside. Are you ready? Let's do it. There's a little poly bag. There's a little thing right there. And now here we go. There's another poly bag. You want to make sure that these bags are empty. Empty. So set them off to the side. I like to put them right back in the box where I got them. But you always want to make sure those bags are empty because, well, we've lost some pieces before, and that's always a little frustrating when they roll off the table or something like that, or maybe you found them off in the bag, or they fall off out of the bag, and oh, boysley popsins, gonna make you just crazy. So you want to be careful, make sure all your pieces are accounted for. You got to keep your peepers popped, right? It's 241 pieces. You don't want them all to go rolling away on you. Now, we've got a nice little manual right here. It's nice and nice. It was in that box for a little while with all of its little friendly brick pieces. So you're gonna want to let it breathe a little bit. Open it up. Let it air out a little bit. Let it air out. Let's go ahead and hold it right there. Now we've got our pieces kind of separated out. I think we're gonna need, look at that, you got some hair in there. Got some hair in there. Here's a little torso, here's a torso, and there's a little, looks like we're gonna be building Luke just right there. And maybe a nice little fun porg. Let's grab another dish, and then you got a friendly brick separator. Because it doesn't look like they gave us one. And that's fine. We've got enough. Well, there's a little porg head and a little Luke head. Isn't that fun? And then we got this little guy. I suppose we can keep some of them. Oh, that's fine. Those stickers can go right there, and you can go right there. You can go right there. This is our manual, friend. Here it is. That's right there. And then, here we go. Just some little pieces over here. Just some little pieces, just to keep the build a little challenging, a little bit fun. Just an air of anxiety. Oh dear, some people might be saying, Brick, oh dear. It makes me so nervous. Well, it kind of makes me nervous too. Then we'll put this. I like how they've already got his little hand, already gray. That's funny. The start of the second bag, I'll show you. The one that I made a long time ago. I made one, I was excited for the movie to come out. I made a little mock of my own. It's a little different. Well, let's get started with bag number one. Our first piece is gonna be this little bobsley popsin on top of an orangey doos. And then we're gonna grab a little cheese wedge. Little gray cheese wedge right here. Just to looks like it makes the back of our pork, friend. I'm gonna put it like so. The flat basing the bottom. And then we're gonna need some little quarter roundies. Maybe I will put those up there. I'll put these right here. How about that? Because they're some brick pieces. They're just some brick pieces. And we're building minifigures. Let's put that there. Because maybe we'll be using a lot of this. Because it definitely is gonna need the head on top. And then where those little quarter roundies, here's one. Got one right here. That's gonna be his wingsy doozle on the side. So cute. I love these little porgs. These porgs were some of my favorite parts of the film. I thought they were adorable. And I always loved how Chewbacca was so hungry around them. Here you go. That's a nice little porg friend. Here you go, porg friend. And then there's Luke, and then we're gonna make his staffery doozle. Got a little glare from my POV on these. Little tiny glare. Not so bad though. I can deal with it. What do you think? There we go. Now, maybe I'll put him right there. And here's a little porg friend. Oh dear, he's fallen over. Maybe it's a she, I don't know. Maybe porgs are asexual. Maybe they just reproduce on their own. Maybe they're like penguins. I don't know. What do you think? We obviously saw a bunch of different types of creatures on Ahch-To, where Luke was hanging out. And, you know, who's to say? Maybe I'm just in a mood right now. Maybe I'm just in a mood because I've been thinking a lot about aliens. I've been thinking a lot about aliens lately. So neat how fascinating it is that there are creatures maybe friendly, hopefully friendly, out there, having adventures in galaxies far, far away. Isn't that so much fun to think about? Now this is a black 1x, there it is right there. That's gonna go right under there. How about that? Just like that. And then I'm gonna need a 1x3. And then now I'm starting to take, this is enough where I've got to take out enough pieces here on step number 5. I just saw one of those, and I just saw one of those. And then we can take this, and it looks like this is gonna extend out on top of that. Let's go ahead and move that. So, got all the pieces that we need. That's gonna go right there. That's gonna go right there. And then this is gonna go right there on the end. Then this will go there. And then this will go there. Completing the 2 steps of step number 5. How about that? Isn't that a bit of terrific? Step number 7 is just a very long friend, and that's gonna connect these 2 right there and there. I like that. That's nice. Tightening everything down, it's always a good start to make sure everything's nice and tight at the beginning. That'll save you some frustration later. Now in step 6, we're gonna take this piece. I can see him nicely, and I love how they stand out. You're gonna grab that yellow flares-ery Bobson. Ooh, no, you're gonna put the white Bobsley Popson on first, and then the yellow Bobsley Poozles. Right there and there. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make a lot of sense? And then that is going to go through there. Just like so. And then this, in step 7, go right there and right there to hold that in place. And then in step 8, we'll take this and put it right on the back. Just like that. Okie doke. Now step number 9, we'll need this, and then one of these. The colors in this are so different that it makes it very easy to tell things apart. There you are. And then that will start out right here, this little Peasley Poopsons with a 1x1 spacer, and then this 2x4 greenly green. Right there. That finishes off step number 9. And on step number 10, we're going to need this friend right there and this friend times 2. Where are you, friend? Right there, friend. Isn't that a nice friend? So this will go right there. And then this will go right there to connect. To connect, 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 connect. Okie doke. Now, step 11, we're going to take one of these and 2 of the 1x3s, which I assume, yep, right there. There's one. Let's find the other. There it is. So 2 of those and then 1 of those. And they're going to center the holy holes right there and then build off of it. Build off of it and then connect them right there in the fronty front. Tighten everything down again and again. That's fun. That's cool. I like that. Step 11 is done. On to step 12. That's going to be 1 roundy and 1 flat. The flat will go and butt up right next to those pieces there and there with the round. That's too big, isn't it? Maybe a smaller one right there. That's correct. That's step 12. And then 13. 13 looks like that goes there. That going right there. There you are, and that's the first half right there. Now that 13 is done, on to step 14, which is just a friendly little black square there with 2 of these little black Knobsley Popsons, a flat 1x1 tile, a 1x2 gray tile, and then a double decorable 2x2 right there. So that is going to start us off right. Well, first orient, 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 orient. Always must orient. The build to the instructions to eliminate on a little bit of confusedly poopsins and, of course, happy little accidents. How crazy is it that Luke Skywalker only found Ahch-To because he was searching for the remnants of happy little trees? I just love that. I just love that. He found all of these neat little Jedi artifacts in his travels, and he brought them all to Ahch-To, hoping to build the Jedi Temple, another sacred Jedi temple with what was left of their culture. And if you've seen the movie, we all know how that happens. We all know what happens at that temple. I was watching the Obi-Wans the other day, the Obi-Wan show. And then it occurred to me it made a lot of sense why Leia would name her son Ben. You know? It finally kind of dawned on me. I said, oh, Brick, how about that? Oh, Bricksley Popsley Doos. And I made a happy little accident right there. And that's fine, because it's pretty easy to fix. We just put these under there and fix it. Fixery-doozle. And then put that on top, just like that. Yeah. Yeah. Now, step 17. We are just using one of these and a friendly little cheese wedge again. And then an offset one, a little circly brown. Everybody always talks about how the brown pieces break and shatter after time. And I have yet to encounter that. Knock on wood. Knock on the woodsy wopsins. Now I'm looking for this fun little piece here that's like a standalones, but it's a little 90 degree. It's like an offset. There it is. It looks like a different piece. Off by itself over there. Okay. So we're gonna put the little cheese wedge next to that 1x1 green flat tile. That's gonna give you your orientation right there. And then you're gonna use that to do that. And then this is gonna go backing up right against there. That's fine. And then over here, you'll have that. And then this will go right next to it. How about that? Isn't that something, huh? Okie doke. Orient, orient, orient. Now we're on to step 18, which is gonna take 3 pieces, and they're all gonna come from that one bag. And then you're gonna make looks like a pylon. Looks like a pylon sloping away from there. So orient, orient, orient. And then this is going to be right here, right there. That's fine. Then I can squish that down, tighten everything up, make sure everything is as tight as can be before you go on to step 19. And that's just gonna be 2 pieces, and it's gonna be our first little brick piece. They don't want us showing the brick, that's fine. That's fine, we can just do that, just like so. Now, in step 20, you need 2, oh, that's funny. I just saw a video that talked about these 1x block pieces, and it made me laugh. So, someone looked like one of these. And it's funny, if you look at it on a micro scale, these really can be a little minifigure, couldn't they? If you use your imagination, you can make up anything. And I think these could be a minifigure, and I think that'd be fun. We're gonna take a second just to make sure that they are nice and nice, right next to each other before we place them up against that wall right there. Step 20 is done. Now 21, you just need one of these. And that is gonna go right next to them with the slopey facing out. Just like so. Grab them break, put it on the top. There you are. Now in 23, we're taking this, and what else? Taking this, and what else? Taking this. We're taking 2 of these, and 2 of these, right there and there. So these will go like so on the back, just like that. And then one extending out just halfway. And you guessed it, so that this friend can go right there. And then these two, make sure that this is facing away. And just put these other 1x1 tiles. Now I wonder why they didn't make that a 2x2 flat. Why not? Maybe they just wanted to increase the piece count. Oh, and of course we've got to install it. And it looks like it goes just over here. Looks like that's his. That looks like it might be Luke's bed, or a countertop, or a kitchen part. Who knows? You never can tell. You never can tell sometimes until the whole Bob's Repoopsins is done. But it looks like we're building what looks like a sink or pot. A pot of stew, perhaps, who knows? That goes right in there and gets set on top of that round base that's right there. Now in step 25, you're going to need 1 of these and, oh, our little bucket friend. Oh, come here, bucket friend. Don't run away. Don't run away. We need you. We like you. You're a good bucket friend. And then, let's see if we can't find that other piece right there. Could perhaps be in here. Could it perhaps be over here? These are like here. Now, how interesting. Oh, because it's this. Look at the color and be sure. So now we're going to take that, goes onto a brick, and sometimes I like to use the table. A table to hold these down tight together. And then you put the bucket draping right over it. Look at that, it looks like the sink. And that's gonna go right up against the wall. Just like so right there. Orient, orient, orient. Before you go on to step 26. Which is going to involve 1 of these, and then 2 of these, which are not gray. They are a beige of beigey sorts. And then you're going to take this, sandwiching them togetherly doopsapopsin. I'm having so much fun right now. I love building Lego. And they're gonna go right there, and then right there facing out. I've built some other kits. If you look at some of the other Star Wars videos I love building the huts. I built Yoda's hut. Now I'm building Luke's hut. And I've built Obi-Wan's hut. And I plan to have them all next to my starfighters. They're individual starfighters that we know that they have. Maybe, I think some of them I've built. Okay, that's good. Just making sure that it's good to turn the page. Sometimes I get involved in talking and I lose my place and I make happy little accidents, but I think we've kind of moved on past that maybe a little bit. A little older, a little wiser as a builder. But you know what? I still make all kinds of mistakes sometimes. And they're not mistakes, they're just what? Happy little accidents, that's right. Just happy little accidents, nothing more. All right, 28, 29. Looks like we're going to use that Potsley Popsin right there. And this little Hooksley Do with 2 of these Bees. And then 1 of these Doos. And then we're going to take 1 of these and 1 of these. And then we're going to need 1 of these. And you can see we're just eating up these parts and pieces. They're just getting devoured. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. And then with that right there, and then that going out, and then this black hookity bricks and bop right there, and this 1 by 1. And then a poddly poddle hang there, but only after, oh, you see, you gotta finish up this little basity base, put that right there, and then you can put that pot. Let's put it up just like the photo. Just like the photo says. And then it'll go just like that. Just like that. And finally, in step 30, I don't know why I said finally, there's a couple more steps here before we finish up this bag. But I feel like we're making good progress, and we're just getting right through this. And I think now that that's actually not too many pieces left, I can go and hide that, set that right there, and then maybe do the same over here. If you trust yourself, why not? Let's just be careful. Look at that. A piece rolled off. The second I did that, what do you know? Always got to keep your peepers popped for those little rollity-bopsins. So beware. Beware, take care. Let's put these over here. And then that's another. And you can still kind of keep the bags separated in these 3 piles, just like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab this last one. Where's our last skinny one? That's it, it's done. Now, grab that and a brick and place them back to back just like so, with the darker on the exterior and the brick. They don't seem to want to use the bricks. They want to use these nice horizontal details, and that's fine. That's fine. If you're building along at home, how are you enjoying this? I hope you are. And that's gonna go right there. Doesn't that look proper and correct? Right there. And so let's go ahead and wrap up bag number 1. We've got a few pieces left, but there's a lot of details here, including that little fish that I'm so interested to see. What are we gonna do with that fish? We know Luke loves his blue milk, which I wonder if we'll see any of that detail in here. Maybe we can add some if we want a little bit later. So these will go right here on top of, and remember, orient, orient, orient. This will go right there on top of, and then this over here, use this one to go like this, and then like this. And remember, the roof is going to come off of this build, and that should be very interesting to see how it'll just sit ever so nicely on top there. And we're going to use this to go back over here. Looks like this is gonna go there. This little piecely doozle. Ha, so glad we caught that little happy accident before things got way out of control. Just way out of control. This build would have spiraled into oblivion, I'm sure of it. I'm just being dramatic. Let me see. Now, this long redoozle will go across the redoozle, like so's a redoozle. Is that like so? And so, click there. And you'll see it lines up right there and there. And that's how that looks as it should be. Yes, orient, orient, orient. That can go there to join those 2 joinery Dobsons together. And then that will go there. And then this will go with that facing out. Now, you'll need 1, 2, 3 of these. 2 cheese wedges. 1 of these popsery poopsins. And then 1 and 2 of those poopsery poopsins. Get out of here, you. Now these corners, these roundies, are going to go on, you guessed it, the roundies. The roundy roundels corners, with the cheese wedges facing out, butting up next to them. And that creates a symmetrical spacing for these 2. Now again, these could have been a 1x4 flat tile, but they chose not to do that. Perhaps to up the piece count, who knows? Who knows? You never can tell with these executives these days. Now can you? And it looks like we're going to be using our first sticker, sticker number 2, for the slopety wedge. It's going to be right here along there. Being very careful, ever so gently, and there you go. That gives it that brick detail right there on the exterior of Luke's hut. So that was step 37. Step 38 has us creating the door using the cloth. Now, I don't know exactly. Well, it looks like they want us to use this dark brown cloth first. So I'll just leave that there. Oh, that's Luke's cape. We'll do that right after. But I always imagine that Luke's door was part of his X-Wing fighter. I want to say that's true, but I can't be entirely sure. Is that true? Is Luke's door a piece of an X-Wing? I don't know. Let me know you watched this episode and wanted to answer my question by leaving a little remark down in the comments. Is Luke's door to his hut originally in the film? I thought it was the X-Wing door because Chewbacca came and bursted it in, I feel like is the answer. I don't know. Let's use the fish and let's use the steak. Looks like the fish is gonna go in the pot sink right there with the stick going right over it. Now these are hard details to kind of see in this shot, I'm sure, but maybe if you look down, you can see right there, you can see where the fish is and where that little stick is in step 39. So on to step 40. Before we do that, why not go ahead and give Luke his cape? Maybe he took his cape off just to relax around the hut, you know, just to take it easy. And this really is about to be the end of the first bag, Lego Kit 75200. The training facility on Ahch-To. Step 40, we're gonna take this fella and we're gonna put it right on this green Bobsley Popson. And then we're gonna put this right there with that slanting out and away from it. And then this big gray cheese Wedgley Bobson right there. And then we are going to affix it to what looks like doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. If that goes right there, then this is going to go right there, just like so. Yeah, I like that. And with that, that's gonna end bag number 1. So before we go on to bag number 2, let's take a quick break, get our pieces and kits organized, take a little bathroom break, go grab a drink, silly doozin', smoky bops and do whichever it is you gotta do. But meet us right back here, right after this quick, short break. Okay. Welcome back from the break, Brick Buddies. I'm gonna have to apologize to you because I might have gotten you hyped up to see a mock that I made a long time ago where Rey is presenting a lightsaber to Luke, and it looks as though I've disassembled it and put those pieces elsewhere. So I apologize to you if you were all itching at the seat to see that mock. It's just, it's not gonna happen for you on this episode, but that shouldn't distract you, shouldn't bring you down, because I'd love to see your mocks. Any Star Wars mock that you've made, go ahead and send it on in to us. I'd love to take a look at it and give you a little bit of a shout out right here on the show. I just wanted to say I'm having so much fun with you, and I'm glad you're tuning in today to help me build Lego Kit 75200, Luke's hut. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So far, we've built the first bag, and that's going to be the small little base right here. It's going to be the exterior of his hut. He's got some nice details in there. You can see the little fish that's ready to cook. It's a little pot in the stew, and his nice little cloth door. It looks like he's got a nice little bed and a place to sleep there. And of course, he's got his friendly little porg companion, a nice little porg to help keep him company on those long days of training on Ahch-To. Well, in any case, let's go ahead and open up bag number 2. Look at that. Still our favorite sound, isn't it? All right, bag number 2, here we go. know, make sure all the bag is empty. The bag is nice and empty. And we'll go ahead and put it off to the side with our other bags. And that's gonna leave us one, and that's it. Just the one other poly bag. How about that? And it looks like we're gonna start by building up Ray as our first minifigure of this bag, our only minifigure of this bag, really, because we've already opened up the other bag and gotten our porg and Luke Skywalker. We just talked about that, didn't we? Didn't we, Brick? Put that right over there. These little details will go right in there with the stickers. We've got these bigger grassy pieces. We can take those out just because they're pretty easy to identify. As well as, so we've got some rocks. Got some rocks. Gonna be building rocks for Ray to force split and this and that. Look at that, we've got some shiny blue rock right there. There's Ray's head. Got her head. Looks like her lightsaber piece right there. We'll put that right there because that's another one of those. There's her body. There's her torso. There's her legs. And here's her head. See if we can't find her hair. There it is. You can always tell because it's got those 3 little knobby knobs. 3 little knobbery doozles right there. There's Ray. There she is. Right there. Where are we going? Right there? Right there? I don't know. But here she is. What a good looking little minifigure. It's definitely not our first Ray. We've got a nice little minifigure stand for her to hang out on. Let's finish up her lightsaber right there. And that's right. We've got a lightsaber right over here. And then we've got her rod and staffly Dobsons. Because she's got that cool staffly boopsin. Really sad that I didn't get to show you. That's kind of a bumsery bobson. So I feel like in some stuff she's had like a backpack. One of those little backpackery doozles to hang her thingly doozings on. Her staff fit on that backpack and other minifigures. Versions of Ray. Let's go ahead and in step 41. This is hard. I got this fun little glare over here that I don't care for so much. Put that right there. That's going to be an extra piece because we don't need any more lightsabers. So we're going to start with round circly bobsons right there, and then a square bobson. Right there. Right there. That's going to be the side. You turn that over and get this right there for the end. This is step 3 of step 41. Now if you go to step 4, you're going to need this and an orange right there, an orangey bobson. Look at that, he's got a little cup right there for his blue milk. Where is that clear? That's interesting. That's neat. I like that. That's cool. Now where's that going to go? In his little housey area. That's gonna go, that's interesting, over that. How does that, right there. You see that. That's fun. There could be storage in there. How about that? Also, I mean, it's a little cabinet. You can just lift that off, and look at that, secrets. That's a little secret right there. This little cabinet storage nook. Oh dear, the fish. You know what, you can take that fish, and you can store it right in here. If it fit, but it doesn't fit. Look at that, little storage, our little secret. No one's ever gonna know that, except you and me, and everyone that's ever built this kit. How about that? Let's put that fish away. Put that fish away, Brick. Get that fish in there. Okay, and then it looks like, the little greeny guy. Put a little greeny guy, I've never really seen these. I'm gonna keep these out. These are the things you're supposed to put in that little storage. A little greeny guy. But I think they're so neat, no one will ever see them in there. I wonder what I could do with them. Oh, you know what? Let's put them in there for now. Let's put them in there so they're safe. Nice and safe in that storage container. I like that. I've never seen those. That's cool. Step 42 looks like we're starting building up that roof. Let's go ahead by grabbing this one. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2 by 10. 2 by 10 piece, and then 2 of these 1 by 1 flat tiles of the gray variety. Of the light gray variety. And then take 2 long wedges. I've been wanting to build this kit for quite some time, just to wrap up my huts in the hut series. I hope you watch them. I hope you're building some of these other huts. Everybody needs a good hut. Everybody needs a good job of the hut. And then two of those. One. And if there's one, there's another. Goes right there. Just like so, and like so. Make sure we didn't skip any pieces, and orient. Go ahead and flatten and smash everything down onto step 45. But you're gonna use this big fella right here, and then it looks like we're gonna be using sticker number 3. Sticker number 3 is gonna go along the outside like that. Let's go ahead and even put it with the smaller brick facing upwards. That's fine. It's a little bit crooked, but you know, that's fine, isn't it? We can do whatever we like. This is our build, and it looks fantastic. I like that. Now in step 46, we're gonna use another big guy, and we're gonna use another one of sticker number 3. And this one, maybe we'll try to be a little bit more careful. Maybe put it right there, and then boom, look at that. How about that? And we'll put it on the other side over here. There you have it, right there. Step 46 is done. On to step 47. That's gonna have us doing this right there, and it looks like one of these little toothy pieces. Oh, that's fun, little toothy piece. Strongly facing outward on that side right there with a nice little 1x1 to back it up, to be its friend. And then taking, it's like one of these. That's gonna go right there. Step 48, has us like this and that. And then the black circly bobson. Where's the black circly bobson? Right there. That's gonna go behind there. And then with another one of these, and then another one of those teethy teeths, the teethy teeth is gonna be facing out like there. This is gonna be right here. And it's fun how they're kind of flip-flopping sides, a little catty corner, if you can see that, going right across catty corner like so. Then we're gonna need another 2x3 crazy bobson, putting that right there, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come here, you. 4 of these corner pieces. They're all just gonna go around. This may as well start right there. And then the other one's gonna have its back to it. Just like so. Nice, 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 nice. And then same on the other side. Because they love symmetry sometimes. Most of the time they do. You never know. Sometimes they're a little bit less concerned with the symmetry, but in step 49, they sure are. Now in step 50, we just need a couple pieces from each bag, and of course sticker number 1, and then we're done with our stickers. Sticker number 1 is gonna go along that right there, just like so, and then we're done with these stickers. They go over there. Now, take these, and they will go right on here. Scoodly Bobson, step 51. And then it looks like we're taking 2 of those. Step 51 has these going out like so. And then on there, in there. Neato, neato. Step 52 has 1, and then 1, and then another toothy tooth. Toothy, toothy, tooth. I love tooth. Who knows what I was just humming? That's a fun tune. Let me know. I hope you're enjoying watching these episodes of Joy of Bricking. I would make them anyway. I just like them. I just like the idea of sharing Lego with you all, building Lego with my friends. What else do I want to do with my time but build Lego with my friends? Looks like that top is nice. And then you turn it around. Let's go ahead and put it on the topply pops. There, just like so. Boop, boop. How about that? How about that right there? There's that. That is step 54. On to step 55. How about that? We're gonna use these big old green buddies and a one of what? One of that. And that's gonna go right, if that's at a 90, orient, that's gonna go like that. Then we're gonna take one of these and then one of these nice big circle pieces, so that this one can go on the end and this one can go inside of it at that kind of a 90 right there. Now, if we take that and get over there where you rocks, do that, I'll do that. I'll put those two together. Then in 58, we need this one right here to go underneath, just to help secure those two plates, like so. 59, take one of those, and then one of these. This will go on top of there. This will go on top of there. And in step 60, we're gonna take one of those and one of those. That's gonna go right there, and then this is gonna go right next to it. And then in step 61, you see how fast these are moving now? It just gets easier and easier when you start taking away those pieces that you have to sort and sift through. Isn't it just kind of a soothing feeling to get those pieces just outlined and out of the way? It's just so nice. Nice. And let me see here. That takes us to step 62, which now all these pieces, they make so much more sense. So much easier to find. You're gonna turn your piece, you're gonna orient it so that that will go around, and then this will go away from it, just like so. Now we'll take this and put that right there with one, and then another cheese wedge. I love these little cheesy wedgies. And here we go. Orient the cheese wedge so that it's sloped away from that right there. Now we're using these cool flame details that you can find off to the side. Looks like you just need one, but you need two of the 1x little poopsery popsins. And then like there, and then find you that little round potty pot that goes there, and then that goes there, just like step 65 says to do. 66, you're gonna take two of these and you're gonna put them right there on your thing, and then you're gonna put them right there on the thing. This is, I think, what's gonna be, I guess, the grass. And then you're gonna take one of these and one of these. That's gonna go right there. And in step 69, we're gonna need these pieces here and here. All right. Step 70 has us doing this and this with these pieces in a double wide wedge. You're going to use that other half round now and connect them using that 1x4 green tile right there as your first connection point. But then, look at that, we're going to stiffen them right up again, like so. Step 72. Now 73, you're going to make your little rotating hootis, rotatory doozles, just like that, and place it right there at the edge. Look at that. That'll spin, spinnery bopsing around, nice and nice. And then we're going to use the 2x2 tile, one of these, and then one of these. Now that tile's going to be like that, leaving that. That's correct. Just take some time. Take your own time. Make sure that you're going at a pace that's good for you. And enjoy the build. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? Is to enjoy the build. I love building all of these kits. And I'm so happy that this is going to be wrapping up all of those huts that I want. Just so pleased that this will be going in my collection, and it'll look so good when it's finished. Right next to the other huts. Obi's hut, Yoda's hut. Got a little shelf. They're already gonna be, it's got a home that's just waiting for it already. We're gonna use these to go around. Say 1. This is step 77, making these little circlies using the 4 little quarter round gray circly tiles, just to do that. And once they're ready, you can go ahead and place it on your rotating circly bopsin, and look at that. How about that? Isn't that a bit of terrific? It's the little things. And then, step 78, it says for us to join them together. Join them together with the band. That's step 78. Ooh. And this actually should have been done. This should have been connected before, but let's go ahead and do that now. So now that's out front. We've got that little bittery bobson. And then we've got to make our boulder. Got to make our boulder now. Gotta make our boulder now. Boulder on. That's what the English say. Boulder on. That goes right there, just in that little square, so you can take it out and play around with it. It is, after all, a toy, a fun toy. And now we can go ahead and take a look at this right up close. Look at this. It's got such a fun little set of details. It's got that nice flame pot out there. It's got your friendly brick here that you can open up. There you go. There you go. You open that up and it's got some special crystals in there, and you can break this rock just in all of your force training. It looks like this guy. You can go ahead and knock that down. How about that? You can just knock it right off its pedestal. I'll make sure we can catch it. That's a force training. Force training. Jedi Rey is getting ready, and it's fun because once she leaves the island of Ahch-To, she is totally ready to begin her own adventures as a Jedi. And I liked building this kit and bringing this all full circle because, like I said, it's just the last little hut in the collection of my huts. This is from episode 8, The Last Jedi, when Rey goes and solidifies her place among the Jedi Order from her training that she receives from Luke. And of course, we see Luke do some gross blue milk drinking, but we know he's got a taste for that flavor. So it's an interesting movie, and it's a part of the movie that I really enjoy because, of course, you are introduced to porgs. There's some cheeky humor involved in that scene, in those scenes of training, as well as, it kind of connects a lot of other Jedi canon together as the resting place of Luke. It's where he went to go collect himself and then begin training other Jedi to reestablish what he believed to be lost. And of course, it came at a credible price for him, and it all comes together in this little kit, if you can just imagine that. And whatever kit that you built today along with us, maybe it was this one, or maybe it was just something else that you've been dying to build and you wanted a brick buddy to build along with you. I'm so glad you decided to build your kits today with me here on The Joy of Bricking. And with that being said, that's it. That's the end of our episode today. But don't worry, doesn't mean we don't have a lot of other kits to build in the future and a lot more fun to have with these bricks that we love so much. So until that day, until we do see each other again, I want to say take care of each other and of course, play well. I'm Brick Ross. Take care of yourself.